Hello everybody, and welcome to this first installment of Riffuary. Today we're going to be looking at that William Castle classic, House on Haunted Hill.
After you're done enjoying the riff, please do remember to answer the question of the review. For Riffuary, all the questions of the riff will be compiled into a standalone video that'll be published at the end of January or sometime in February.
Exactly. And now, let us begin.
Spooky, spooky.
That was the lightning.
Spooky lightning.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the House on Haunted Hill. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now. Ah! Okay, so my ghost host impression's a little rusty. Calm down, lady. I'm glad you're enjoying it, whoever you are. Thanks for laughing.
Ooh, the movie's on the rocks. Shaken, not stirred.
Ah! They killed Mickey Rooney.
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry.
I'll make pizza rolls.
May I introduce myself?
Unless you...
I'm Watson Pritchard. In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world.
What, the Whaley House? Seen it.
Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it.
Man, I was busy that night.
Since then, I've owned the house. I've only spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
Almost dead. Get back in there, you quitter. Hello, Batman. How excellent of you to come.
And I've rented the house on Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party. A haunted house party.
A haunted house potty?
So amusing.
You have toilet ghosts?
There'll be food and drink and ghosts. And perhaps even a few murders.
Bring your own
You're all
body bag.
invited. If any of you will spend the next 12 hours in this house, I'll give you each $10,000. Or your next of kin in case you don't survive.
Of course, I've already been
but
dead
here
for
come
almost
our
30 years, so joke's on you.
It was my wife's idea to have our guests come in funeral cars.
You mean hearses?
She's so amusing. Her sense of humor is, shall we say, original.
I call
dreamed
it
of the
obvious.
hearse. It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows?
Ba-ba-bum!
This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot, so no doubt a brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him.
More
If
sexual
he's
harassment
brave
suits
enough
than you
to
can
stay
count.
all night. This is Ruth Bridges. You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers. She says
No,
her reason
but
for
she
coming
did
to
just
the
start
party is to
blogging.
write a feature article on ghosts. She's also desperate for money. Gambles.
She should have invested in Macy's.
You've already met Watson Pritchard, a man living in mortal fear of a house, and yet he is risking his life to spend another night here. I wonder why. He says for money.
Nah, I just heard you had an open bar.
This is Dr. David Trent, a psychiatrist. He claims that my ghost will help his work on hysteria. But don't you see a little touch of greed there?
Ladies.
Around the mouth and eyes. This is Nora Manning. I picked her from the thousands of people who work for me because she needed the $10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family. Isn't she pretty?
Could have just given her a raise, you creepy old bastard.
The party's starting now. And you have until midnight to find the house on Haunted Hill.
Huh. Is it behind the Aztec temple over there?
No, it's right there. On Haunted Hill, like he told us. Kind of ruined the mystery there, but yeah.
Now see these other hearses here. Get it? Oh, House on Haunted Hill isn't here. Press on!
So, Do we greet each other? Or just nope, just awkward silence. Okay.
Oh no! They're very slowly locking us in! Sadly, the all cinder blocks and no stucco movement never really took off.
You gotta have bars on the window. This is, after all, High Crime Hill.
Oh no, they just dissolved to the same set. I'm getting Manos flashbacks. Save me, Jazz Badgers!
Jazz Badgers.
Ah, the house overlooks the 405, a testament to human suffering.
Ooh, that's a pretty front door. A little drafty.
Just a touch. House on Milling Around Hill. We've got really slow movie sign. What a lame party. They don't even have the tail on the donkey. Line?
Well, where is everybody?
It isn't a very warm welcome, is it?
Only
Did
the
they just
ghosts
notice
in
each
this house are
other?
glad we're
I
here.
think they did.
Are we all strangers to each other? Don't you two know each other?
I'm afraid I don't even know your name.
I'm Nora Manning.
Lance Schroeder.
Hello, I'm young and
Is
pretty.
Frederick a friend of yours?
I've heard of him, but I've never met him.
I work for one of his companies, but I've never seen him.
I've never met the man either. Just a phone call. Do you know him?
No,
Well, then you're the only one of us who does.
I don't know him. All the details about renting the house were done by mail.
He's quite wealthy, isn't he?
Millions.
And 5 wives, I believe.
4, I think, so far.
5's my number, baby.
$50,000 party for only 5 people is a little steep, even for a millionaire.
Well, if I were going to haunt anybody, this would certainly be the house I'd do it in.
Nah, you look like more of the type to haunt a strip club.
Who closed the door?
Yeah, the Roomba ran into it. No biggie.
This thing's made of solid steel.
Ain't that a gas?
Oh, thank God you saved me. You better grope me to make sure I'm all right.
Well, damn, there goes that pinata. Spooky box, spooky box. Here's Vinny!
Annabelle. Our guests are here, unfortunately still alive. Is your face on yet?
Yes, all 3 of us are
Dirt
ready.
everywhere. The water barely trickles.
Couldn't you have had the place cleaned?
Atmosphere, darling. You know how ghosts are. They never tidy up.
Oh, they're college kids.
That's a very fetching outfit, but hardly suitable for a party.
I'm not going to the party.
Maybe you
Spend
should
a
have
night
said
ghost
so
party was
before
your
the
idea,
hearse
remember?
ride.
Since it's going to cost
Funeral
me
car
$50,000, I want you to have fun.
The party was my idea until you invited all the guests. Why all these strangers? Why none of our friends?
Friends? Do we have any friends?
No, you're
We don't have any friends, and that's not
I had a reason for
cute!
inviting each guest. I wanted kind of a cross-section. From psychiatrist to typist, and from drunk to jet pilot. They share one thing. They all need money. Now let's see if they're brave enough to earn it.
He did the same thing last week at a Cece's Pizza.
Could be.
Why do you always do that? It spoils the champagne.
It might explode.
Never does.
I think they have pills for that.
Guarantee that?
That isn't funny, Frederick.
Make a good headline. Playboy kills wife with champagne cork.
Easy there. Do you have a license for that?
Will you join me?
No, thank you.
Just a sip might improve your humor.
Might make it a little more original.
And I haven't poisoned it.
It's always good to know that.
And I didn't cut your brakes.
Ah, you do love me, don't you?
Have some. You'll enjoy the party more. Go on.
I'll just pour this down your cleavage. There you go.
Your trust is so touching. And I'm not going to the party.
Of all my wives, you're the least agreeable.
But still alive.
Would you go away for $1 million tax-free? You want it all, don't you?
I deserve it all.
You have
Jealousy
$1,001,000,
isn't
and I'm gonna get $1,001,000.
If ever a man had grounds for divorce,
But can't prove them.
the time will come. You'll slip up one of these days.
Think so?
If my oil slick on the stairs is in place.
You remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
I remember well the day you
Something you ate,
poisoned
Dr.
me.
Yes. Arsenic on the rocks.
What a keg of that was.
Annabelle. You'd do it again if you thought you could get away with it, wouldn't you?
Darling, what makes you think that?
Something about you.
Maybe it's the repeated death threats, but I don't know. Just something
The
about
hanging
you.
is very uncomfortable, in case you get any more ideas. Now, don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you, darling.
Darling, the only ghoul in the house is you.
And don't sit up all night thinking of ways to get rid of me. It makes wrinkles.
If you're going to kill me, I want you looking your hottest.
So, did anybody bring any snacks? Or... No?
I'm sociable!
She used on my brother and her sister. Hacked them to pieces. We found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think.
Like the toaster.
Funny thing is, the heads have never been found. Hands
You're right,
and
that
feet
is
and
funny.
things like that. But no heads.
The wife, probably in a rage, threatened her husband with a knife and then, carried away by hysteria, took a swing at him and simply went on from there.
She certainly went on. How many people did she kill, Mr. Pritchard?
This is such a
Only two.
delightful conversation.
Her husband and her sister. No one else was here.
So there are 2 loose heads just floating around in here somewhere?
Hey, no
Yeah, they're not-
slut-shaming heads.
They whisper to each other and then cry.
What a story, Pritchard.
Here, would anyone care to mix me a drink?
Certainly. What will you have?
Arsenic on the rocks.
Good evening.
Let's crank it to 11, bitches.
I'm your host, Frederick Lauren. Since we're all strangers to each other, let's get acquainted with a drink, shall we?
Mr.
Roofie
Lawrence,
colada, anyone?
I advise you to call this party off now. The ghosts are already moving, and that's a bad sign.
Let me apologize for my wife. She'll join us later. What do you have?
Scotch and
Arsenic on the rocks and make it a double.
Now, before the party begins, let's go over the details.
First
The
rule,
caretakers
what
will
happens
leave at
on Haunted
midnight,
Hill stays on
locking us
Haunted
in
Hill.
here until they come back in the morning. Once the door is locked, there's no way out.
It'll be dark
Windows
soon.
have
Beat it,
bars the
Togo!
jail would be proud of. And the only door to the outside locks like a vault. There's no electricity, no phone,
No
one within
Wi-Fi.
miles,
Now magic.
so no way to call for help.
Like her coffin.
I was going to say, like every house built over a century ago, but
So if any
fine,
of
like
you
a
decide
coffin.
not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. Of course, if you leave, I shan't be able to pay you anything.
Oh,
I'm
shan't you?
interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside from pleasant company.
You do find to be pleasant, don't you?
I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost.
I just drink a lot, thank you.
And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to find out.
Amusing. Ghosts, etc., being only creations of Hysteria, your party should be a success.
Oh, go sit in the
Richard
car,
here
Neil
promises
deGrasse
us
Tyson.
genuine ghosts.
7 now. Maybe more before morning.
I'll get some potato
That's
settings.
cheerful.
4 men have been murdered in this house. And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Loren. 4 of us are men, 3 are women. Well, a ghost for everybody.
I'm so
Richard, why
clever.
don't you take us on a tour through the house and let's see what happens, huh?
Anything to shut up Stuffy McStufferson there.
See that stain?
Where?
Blood. A young girl was killed here. And whatever got her wasn't
And Lance
human.
thinks that's
Don't stand
hilarious.
there.
What do you mean? Where?
Did she die just a few minutes ago? Why is it still dripping?
Whatever.
It's too late. They've marked you.
Ridiculous. The roof probably leaks.
Oh, that must be what it is. Who would want to haunt me?
I would say any self-respecting male ghost.
I know, I'd tap that.
Well, Mr. Pritchard, you're the life of the party.
He hasn't even started yet. Wasn't there a man who threw his wife into a wine vat or something?
That was
Not
in the
that
cellar.
he would need to know
There's
anything
been a
about
murder
that.
almost every place in this house.
I'm being followed! Oh, wait.
And all this belonged to a Mr. Norton, who didn't die here. He was electrocuted later.
He tried fishing with a bug zapper. It did not pan
Mr.
out.
Norton did a good deal of experimenting with wines. But his wife didn't think it was any good.
So she
So he
whined
filled
about
the
the
vat
wine.
with
Got
acid
it.
and threw her in. She was supposed to stay down. But the bones came up. It's a funny thing.
Like a
But none of the
ha-ha
murders
funny
here
or
were
Amy
just
Schumer
ordinary.
funny?
Just shooting or stabbing.
Or eating your own head.
They've all
Ew,
been
what is
sort
wrong
of
with
wild,
you?
A lot.
Violent and different.
Oh, I almost fell in.
God, she
You'd better
didn't
take
fall
off my
in.
dress.
You mean there's still acid in there?
Wow, I never actually looked into that. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, you better wash your hands, you weird little man. Ugh.
Nothing like a good old-fashioned rat boil.
Destroys everything with hair and flesh.
Anything without hair and flesh, dive on it. It's great.
Ooh, way too much chlorine in there.
My, it's dry and dusty down here.
Whew, Pritchard sure can read a room.
There's a cure for that upstairs. Come on.
Yeah, this is the only way that Lance can get a date.
How'd you get invited to this party?
Haven't you been paying attention? I'm young and pretty.
Oh, go on. I mean, what did he tell you?
That I could snag a rich husband.
Mr. Lawrence said everybody'd get $10,000.
But he didn't say anything about being locked in.
No.
He just made a deal with me on the phone, but nothing about having to stay.
Aren't you going to stay?
I'm locked in. Where am I gonna go?
$10,000.
I'm going to stay too.
Oh, the thought of being locked in here with you makes me all squishy.
Yeah. You believe in ghosts?
Always a good question for the
don't
first
know.
date.
Well, I agree with what that doc says. You can spook yourself. I've done it in
We'll
planes.
spook you
Seen
too.
things that weren't really there. Or were they?
Oh dear, he thinks he's funny.
What are you going to do with your 10,000? If we get it.
What do you mean if we get it? Won't he pay us if we stay?
Ah, sure he will. 10,000 is no more to him than a nickel is to us.
Billionaires love giving away their money all willy-nilly.
Now I'm the only one in the family who can make any money.
Boy, I've never seen so many doors.
And he just completely ignores her backstory about how she's the only one who can make any money in their family. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Closet? Bottles.
Another typical first date move. Take your lady around wherever you are and just start naming off everything that you see.
Sex dungeon.
Does it go anywhere?
Are you asking about the plot?
Lance! Lance!
The lights are dimming. Someone's using the room. Is Vincent Price trying to wish for a new wife that doesn't want his money?
Albert Einstein!
Oh, sorry, I was supposed to appear in a bathroom mirror. Where the hell am I?
Okay, then.
She's running off to play sexy hide-and-seek with Lance.
Once my wife joins us, the swinging can begin.
Please! Lance is gone, and there's a ghost. Please,
See what I mean?
Please, come on!
Did she say Lance is gone? Gone where?
He's just stuck in a bathroom somewhere. It is a haunted house potty, after all.
Ugh.
We'll have to break it down. It's locked.
Oh, you pulled to open the door. I was pushing it. Whoops.
Lance, why are your pants on backwards?
Nothing that money won't cure. I must have bumped my head.
And the only way you could bump your head in here is to run head on into the wall. You didn't do that, did you?
Sure, I'm the reason why test pilots wear
Let's
helmets.
get a bandage on that.
Back off, Price, he's mine.
I wonder why they didn't kill him.
Because it's more fun to torture.
He didn't bump his head. They hit him.
They?
Yes, they, the ghosts I've been rambling about for the last 2 hours. God, open your freaking ears, woman!
Nora, when you came in, you said something about a ghost.
There was something.
What did it look like?
Well, it was wearing a black thing that went all the way to the floor.
Was it
Weren't you a
Batman?
little frightened at the time?
Well, yes.
That, Mr. Loren, is hysteria.
Well, then, Doctor, how do you explain what happened to Lance? Was that hysteria, too?
No, that was idiocy.
You better get that checked in a day or so.
Thanks, Doc.
Oh no, you mustn't touch it. Allow me.
Wait for me in the hall.
I'm the one who poisons the guests. Thank you very much.
You really believe in your pet ghost, don't you, Pritchard?
Before the night's over, you will, too.
Would you like a drink, Lance?
No, thanks.
I'd like one.
It's been a whole 2 minutes since my last drink. Hit me.
Yeah, these look like the most expensive
Lauren,
things I
are
could
you
steal.
really going to pay anyone who stays all night?
Certainly. $10,000.
Will there be much red tape or delay?
In a hurry, dear?
Frankly,
I'm always in a hurry, Mr. Loren. Tomorrow is never guaranteed, if you get my meaning.
There you are, my dear.
Arsenic on the rocks. I'm Mike Wallace. I'm Ed Bradley.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
Oh yeah, take her to the darker, creepier basement. It must be true love.
Someone or something was in here when I came in. But where? And if the door was locked, how did it get out? What you saw might have been a ghost, Nora, but what was in here with me was no ghost.
I don't know. I was so scared.
Being scared makes me not know things.
Does it sound different to you?
Yes.
I don't know what different sounds are because I'm scared.
Three, 6, 9, 12.
12 feet to the next room. Ah.
3, 6.
And head on into that other wall,
I'm
just
gonna
like the
knock on
doctor
other wall.
said.
When you hear me, you knock on this wall.
I don't know how to knock on things. I'm scared.
Tap lower down.
Yeah, pat lower down. Another phrase he whips out on the first date.
I'm practicing my Joker smile. How's it going? Bye.
I'm scared. Quick, group me.
And she's better. I guess the groping really worked.
You know it.
Where'd it come from?
From in here.
What if it ran out of here? I'd have seen it.
Lance, it doesn't run. It just floats.
No, it doesn't. It rolls.
Why didn't I see it?
You don't believe me.
Well, how can I?
I mean, sure, I got hit by something I can't explain, but you're just talking crazy, lady.
Thanks a lot, asshole. It's the last time you're groping me. Tonight.
Well, hello.
I'm Annabelle Lauren.
I'm young and pretty.
You must be Miss Manning. I realize this is a very unusual and I'm afraid very dull party. Wouldn't you like to freshen up?
Yes, it starts with a little freshening up, then they're doing full makeovers, then comes the pillow fighting.
This is your room.
Right next to mine.
Depressing, isn't it?
I doubt if I'll spend much time here.
It's going to rain. Perfect atmosphere for my husband's party. Why did you come here?
He said he'd give me $10,000.
Yeah, kind of obvious, really.
I don't know. My supervisor just came and said I'd been invited.
How long have you known my husband?
I just met him tonight.
So? Why you?
I'm young and pretty. I thought we established this.
What were you doing wandering around by yourself?
Well, I was in the cellar with Lance, Mr. Schroeder, and I just left, that's all.
Don't do it again. Don't go anywhere in this house by yourself.
Jealous much?
Now fix your face and I'll come by for you in a few minutes.
But
You're in danger. We all are.
But who?
I hope for your sake you never find out.
Now, freshen up. I want you in my room in 10 minutes.
Good evening. I'm Breast. Lance. I'm Lance. My name is Lance.
I'm Annabelle Lauren. Were you looking for something?
Not exactly.
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm Lance Schroeder.
The pilot. You've hurt yourself.
Oh, it's just a bump on the head.
I get him all the time. I'm dangerously
Which
clumsy.
is my room.
I believe this is it.
Thank you, Mrs. Lauren.
Annabelle, Lance.
Mrs. Lauren, if you're nasty. Don't mind me, I'm just using my feminine wiles.
You were with the young girl in the cellar. Why was she so upset?
Was she?
Yeah, she was scared, so
And
she
you
stopped
don't look
knowing
like the type
things.
to
I don't
go around
know.
bumping his head. What really happened, Lance?
Well, Nora thought she saw a ghost, but I didn't see anything.
She was just frightened then.
And mad at me, I think. I kidded her about it.
I wouldn't joke about anything else that happens here tonight.
Now, don't tell me you're taking all this seriously.
Honestly, bloody head wounds aren't anything to worry about.
Well, I'd like to find out what hit me.
Lance,
Can I manipulate you against my husband?
if I need help, may I count on you?
Sure, I guess so. Look, what's going on here anyway? I mean, what is with this party bit?
This is no party. He's planning something.
Your husband?
I wish I knew what it was.
Someone's planning
Pretty
something,
big
just
if he's
not my
gonna lay out
husband.
50,000.
The money doesn't mean anything. He has a reason for getting us all up here to this dreadful old house.
Well, what for? He doesn't even know us.
Maybe that's exactly why you're here.
Oh, I see.
What
Huh?
can he get away with?
Oh, he thinks that big money like his can get away with anything.
Wait a minute,
You know,
I
of
thought
course,
money
that
didn't
I'm
mean
his fourth
anything.
wife. The first simply disappeared.
She wasn't a very good
The other two
illusionist.
died. Lance, I don't want to join them.
You mean he,
Oh, his doctor said they died of heart attacks. 2 girls in their 20s.
They were in
Well,
terrible
what can he do?
health.
My husband is sometimes insane with jealousy. Nothing matters to him then.
Not even his mustache
Please be
collection.
careful.
Would he hurt you?
He would kill me if he could.
Just thinking about it is giving me wrinkles.
Oh God, no!
I feel pretty. Oh, so
Annabelle,
pretty.
you're missing all the fun. Nora Manning was almost killed by a falling chandelier. The pilot bashed his head in.
Ah,
You
good
ready?
times.
The Saturnine psychiatrist bandaged him up. Don't you want to go and console him, as you do most men, in your fashion?
By the way, we're out of scope.
Clever, Frederick.
As I lie awake nights wondering why I married you. Was rather
Open
a
robes,
mistake.
darling. You know I wear
You
them
didn't
well.
marry me, dear. I married you. Unpleasant, but no mistake.
Well, hurry up.
Frederick, for the last time, I'm not going to your party.
And for the last time, it's not my party, but yours. And you are going.
I am not.
You ready?
No.
Are you ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
It's not fair. You know I like it rough.
No. All you want to be is a lovely widow. It's almost time to lock up the house. And then your party will really begin. I wonder how it'll end.
And I gotta go get the wiener wraps out of the oven.
Housekeeping.
It's close to midnight, Lance.
Okay. I'll be down in a minute.
Who is it?
Your host, my dear.
Your ghost host.
It's almost midnight, Nora. We're all going to get together down in the living room.
All right, Mr. Lloyd. I'll be right down.
I must make myself presentable for Annabelle.
Yes. Charles Manson!
I'm scared. Who can I get to grope me? Wait, where was I going?
Wait a minute. There might be more things to scare me in here.
Oh, patting this wall makes me think of Lance.
Jim Carter.
Come with us before he kills you.
Oh, that's confusing. She likes it when Lance paws at her.
Whoa, this party is officially off the his hook.
Where's Nora? Miss Manning.
I don't want to stay here.
Nora, what happened?
No phone, no electricity, but apparently every room is soundproofed. Is this the American Gothic Convention?
Jonas Slides and his wife. They've been caretakers here for years. She's blind, you know.
I'm not going to stay here.
Blind people terrify me.
Well, Doctor, it looks like we have a real case of hysteria on our hands.
I think she's just a little upset, not hysterical.
She'd be hysterical over one incident, sure, but several? She's just upset.
Good evening.
Any men in need of consoling?
Hello, my dear. This is my wife.
Who wants her
These are our
first?
guests. Ruth Bridges, Dr. Trent. You know Watson Pritchard, of course. Nora Manning, and this is Lance Schroeder.
Ooh, I'll have some of that, please.
So are we supposed to do anything, or...
Get me out of here.
Now, what about the 10,000?
I don't care. He wants to kill me.
Who wants to kill you?
Mr. Lawrence.
Oh, you silly
May I
panicky
have your
woman.
attention,
How can I
please?
believe that?
I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night. $10,000 apiece.
Whew,
If
that's a
any
pricey
of you
pizza.
don't survive,
Vincent Pricey Pizza?
$50,000 will be
Well, that was
divided
bad
amongst
even
the
for
rest of
you.
If I should die,
Sweetheart, put down the flamethrower.
you will be paid by my estate. When the door is locked from the outside by the caretakers, we'll all be forced to stay in this house until morning. If any of you decide not to stay, you must leave with the caretakers now. You won't have a chance to change your minds later, because there'll be no way to get out.
I don't want to stay.
Wait.
Well, at least grope me so I'll feel better.
Occupied!
It isn't midnight yet. Who told them they could leave?
They never leave before midnight.
Well, they've gone now.
How would you know? You spent one night here.
I was going to ask you whether you wanted to stay or not, but it seems that the caretakers have made the decision for you. We're all locked in now.
But I don't want to stay.
I'm sorry, my
I'm
dear.
sorry, but you should have said
Too
that
late
30
now.
more times.
Darling, haven't you had enough of this silly game? Get some cars up here for these people and let them go home. But pay them first.
This is your party. Remember?
Fine, it's my party and I'm calling it
In
off,
spite of my
jerk.
wife's faith in my ability to do the impossible, we will all have to stay in this house until 8 o'clock in the morning. But we have some party favors for you in these little coffins.
These are on loan from the Danny DeVito Funeral Home.
This is my wife's idea. And I must say, I think it's rather dangerous. I suppose you all know how to use one of these things, but in case you don't, you just press down on this lever with your thumb and then pull the trigger.
Thank you for shooting that right by my face,
You see, they're
darling.
loaded.
These are no good against the dead, only the living.
Don't worry, I'll put it to good use.
Doctor?
Just in case you blow yourself to death.
Lance?
Have another head wound on me.
Nora?
Not the bang I was looking for, but
Go ahead,
thanks.
Miss Bridges?
Sorry there's no booze in it.
And here's yours, dear.
I don't need it.
I've already
Sure,
got
I
a
do.
sniper trained on you.
Who knows, you may want to use it on me before this night is over.
Bang! Oh, that was a really
Throw
stupid
these
idea.
guns away. They won't do you any good.
I agree with Pritchard on that point, although not for the same reason.
Dr. Trent, don't you approve of our little party favors?
We've also got treat
Suppose
bags.
Nora had had a gun when she mistook the blind woman for a ghost.
I don't think anyone else is going to walk around in total darkness.
Oh, I'm sure we're not going to go running around the house shooting each other, aren't you?
Who
Our
knows?
society is a polite society.
Fear makes people do amazing things.
I'm afraid so. I'm gonna amazing drink.
Mr. Pritchard, you said your sister-in-law killed a man and a woman here and cut them up? You said they found hands and feet, but they never found any heads. Would you like to see one of those heads? Would you all like to see one of those heads?
We'd all like to see one of those heads.
Darling, I really don't need this.
I prefer a knife. It's so much more personal.
Yes, pay attention, because this plot point will not be referenced again.
Just go look in my suitcase. Just go look.
Yeah, it turns out that Walter's in there. Hey! Shut the damn door!
Did I pack that?
But it was in there. A woman's head.
Nora, I think you're a little upset. Would you care for a sedative?
What? You have been saying that she was hysterical this whole time, and now she's just a little upset? You're a terrible doctor.
I think this was the 1959 version of telling a woman to calm down.
It's all right to leave her by herself, Doctor?
I wish she'd taken the sedative.
Okay, if this is the haunted hill you want to die on.
Look, Doc, I think somebody ought to stay with her.
There could be 1 million people around her. But if they wanted her, they'd get her.
After all, she is young and pretty.
What if he's right?
He's too drunk to know what he's talking about.
I wonder. I'll join you in a minute.
So, how you doing?
Do you think it would do any good if you went in and talked to her?
And do you think there really was a head in her suitcase?
I don't know.
A thing like that would put me right over the edge.
Probably drive me to
So
drink
stay up here, I mean,
more.
in case she needs help.
All right. I'll be in my room. Just call it.
Well, this only got interesting.
Could they show that back in the 50s?
Kiss me, you fiend!
Are you sure there are only 7 people in this house?
Positive. Except for the ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, nor in frightening women. In Nora's case, it's gone far enough. Perhaps too far.
What do you suggest we do about it, Doctor?
Don't frighten her anymore.
Ooh, it's suddenly dramatic.
Leave her alone right now! Later at a parking garage downtown.
What's on the wallpaper? Paw prints?
Looks like weed to me.
Nora? Nora?
Yeah, they pulled that out of the sink. He's fascinated by it.
Nora!
I found that head you were looking for. You want to see?
Thank God, they killed Vadinho!
What do you know about this?
I know you're a little too happy about this. Stop
She'll
smirking.
be one of them.
Where's Nora?
Where is she? It's too late. It's too late. You'll never find her again.
Pritchard, if you know where she is, you better tell me now.
She's gone.
No, it's... Where is she?!
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, she did say she was looking for a new place to hang out. I'll be over here.
Gotta cop a feel even after she's dead, huh?
Da 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 da.
Nora?
Oh, Nora turned into Annabelle. Neat trick.
She's dead, Mr. Lauren. Your wife hanged herself.
Suicide.
Who am I supposed to murder now?
A mild draft? Not on my watch. Grope me, I'm scared.
Let's just hide here in the groping room.
He tried to kill me. He grabbed me and choked me and put me in that room. And then he went away and left me.
Who?
He thought I was dead. Mr. Lord.
Are you sure about this?
I don't know. It was dark, but it must have been him.
Oh, sure. It couldn't have been any of the other 6 people in the house with you.
Well, she knows it wasn't Lance because she'd recognize his
In that
groping.
room, but I went by and nobody saw me.
Mrs. Lauren is dead.
And I didn't get to tap that.
Lauren said she committed suicide. But I think somebody killed her.
Him?
No, I think somebody killed her. Weren't you listening? Stop shrieking, for God's sake.
I'm sure you've come to the same conclusion I have.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's all have a meeting, discuss what to do.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Living room?
suggest we check out the pool,
Okay.
but that works.
I gotta go downstairs.
All the upstairs
Now, you
toilets are
lock
backed
yourself
up.
in here and don't let anybody know you're here. If he thinks you're dead, he won't come here. And I'll get
He'll be
back as
too
soon
busy
as I
checking
can.
out dead Annabelle.
You'll be all right.
One little group for the road.
And if you have to, you use it.
Okay, but I'm scared. I don't know how to use things.
I hate to see him go, but I love to watch him leave. And just like magic, I can walk into Lance's locked room. Ta-da!
Oh, wait, this is supposed to be Annabelle's room.
Great continuity!
So beautiful. So greedy. So cold.
And she's never looked hotter.
What are you doing in here? Wait.
I was just checking out your dead
What do you
wife.
mean
This is the
coming in
closest
here?
I've ever been to a woman.
I didn't want them to take her away.
You're drunk.
They will if you don't watch her.
You're drunk. All right, out with it, Bridget. Why did you come into this room?
Calm down, Vinny. Every room here looks exactly alike.
Your wife isn't there anymore. She's already joined them.
Pritchard, I've had enough of your spook talk.
You're listening
Get
to
out,
Spook
you
Talk on the
Don't
Light
come in this
FM.
room again.
SPOOK.
I better leave these for the laundress to steal, rings and all.
What are y'all looking at? This is a party. Have fun, damn it. Yeah.
Where's what's her name? Nora.
I didn't disturb her since I don't think this concerns her.
But I know for sure that she's alive.
Mr. Loren, isn't there some way we can get out of this house now?
No, none at all.
We could try breaking out.
The only door to the outside is made of steel. The bars of the windows are set in solid stone.
As opposed to vapor
We gotta
stone?
stay.
I'm not afraid of your ghosts, Pritchard,
I'm afraid of sock puppets.
but I am afraid.
Deathly afraid of sock puppets.
When we came here a few hours ago, the only thing we had in common was the $10,000 we'd get. Now, however, we share something else.
The clap?
The death of Mrs. Loren.
Oh, she died of the clap?
So far tonight, one of us was almost killed by a falling chandelier. One of us was mysteriously slugged. One of us has been driven to the brink of absolute hysteria. And one of us is dead.
And one of us is terribly upset because of
these
your
accidents?
pronunciation of hysteria.
Suicide? And we must stay here for 6 more hours.
6 hours. 6 of us. Time enough.
Who'll be next? How will it happen?
Professor Plum in the kitchen
Let me
with the
ask you a
candlestick.
question, Doctor. You were the first one to see my wife there. Did you also see anything that she could have climbed up on and then jumped?
No.
Did any of you? There was nothing. How then did she get up there so high?
Was she
Exactly,
smoking the
Mr.
good
Loren.
shit?
How? She couldn't have pulled herself up there. She couldn't have dropped from the ceiling. Do you think your wife killed herself?
No. She was murdered by one of you.
Or you, Mr. Loren.
Wait, what? Where's this
To
coming from?
deliberately kill someone, you must have a reason.
We were all strangers to your wife.
Were
Only
you?
you had a motive for murder.
What husband hasn't at some time wanted to kill his wife?
What, for
husband has
real?
1,000 opportunities to do it in such a way so that he'd never be suspected.
Hold
I'm
up,
not
hold
such
up, hold
fool
up a
as to
minute.
hang my wife.
I'm sorry to stop the movie. What man hasn't wanted to kill his wife? What man hasn't thought of 1,000 ways to get away with it without being suspected? What is wrong with you? I hope most of them. Oh, what man hasn't wanted to kill his wife? And they're all sitting around like, well, yeah. I'd kill her. I'd offer. Sorry, I had to stop that. It's just, what? There's 1,000 ways to kill.
That is the question on the table, isn't it?
I think you're rather unique here, Mr. Price. That's not a normal people thing.
Sure. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
From a ceiling by a rope.
The fact remains that you, or one of us, murdered Mrs. Loren. And that's a matter for the police.
So how do we get the police?
That's my point. We can't until morning. What began as a silly party given by an eccentric
Wait,
has
so
now
first it's
involved
a
us all
ghost
in
party,
murder.
now it's a silly party.
What?
Is the
Pritchard
bathroom
may be
haunted by
right.
clowns?
If another murder's in the works, let's stop it now.
Another murder.
Why not? Maybe one of us saw too much.
Maybe I'll sound really accusing, even though I know absolutely nothing.
Why should even a millionaire want to give each of us $10,000 to spend one night in a gloomy old house? To see some ghosts, have a party?
To witness his wife's
No.
murder, he'd rather
You
do
finished
privately?
trying me, Doctor?
J'accuse!
Is the verdict guilty of murder?
Oh, this isn't getting us anywhere. Somebody killed Mrs. Loren, we know that. One of us is guilty and the rest of us are innocent, okay. Now what we have to do for the next 6 hours is protect ourselves from each other.
Do you really think?
I don't think anything.
I'm a complete
I'm going
moron.
to my room. And if anybody comes in, I'll shoot him. Or her.
Uh-oh.
And if we all
Watch out,
stay in
Nora.
our rooms, we'll be safe. Because the innocent will have no reason to leave his room. And the guilty will admit his guilt if he or she does.
And we're all
So,
have
no
guns.
more using the potty then.
We're all agreed.
Oh, I wish this night were over.
Rooms? Guns? I tell you, it doesn't make any difference. They aren't through with us yet.
Uh-oh. Do the ghosts think that you have a purty mouth?
Thrill as they meander to bed.
What's the use of saying goodnight?
Okay, I hope you're the next one who gets the axe. Is that better?
Good night.
I'm leaving my door unlocked, Mr. Lauren, just so you know.
Oh, wait, this was Mrs. Lauren's room, wasn't it? Whatever, I call dibs.
Good night, Doctor.
Fine, don't say goodnight. Rude.
Why is he sneaking into his own bedroom? And why isn't Annabelle in there?
He can't sleep with a corpse in his bed. He's tried it before. Stupid Gnostic on the rocks, I hate you!
Alright, chair, start talking. Guns won't stop them. If they want you, they'll get you. But I'm gonna shoot something anyway.
Sorry about the interruptions, wristwatch. Now what was it you were saying about your father?
Curiouser and curiouser.
Can your heart stand absolutely nothing happening? Oh no, her name is Alex and the house is dripping blood on her.
Oh, please stop.
What a funny story, Raven.
And he shoots himself in the gut.
Bang!
Nora, it's me, Lance.
Oh, take me now.
You okay? They've all gone to their rooms and locked themselves in.
Lance, I've been thinking. It was so dark down there. Maybe it wasn't Mr. Lauren.
It was him, all right. He tried to kill you, and he did kill his wife.
At the exact same time, which makes perfect sense.
How can you be so sure?
Because I'm
Try to
speaking
warn
in a
me.
deep voice with
Ask me to help.
authority. I know what I'm talking about.
The doc thinks he's going to try and kill one of us. Now, there must be a way out of this place, and I'm going to find it and get the police before he does.
I'm going with you.
What if he finds out you're alive? No, Nora. You're safer here than any place else. Now just lock yourself in and keep quiet.
God, I love it when he tells me what to do.
If I find a way out, I'll come back and get you.
I'll be here waiting for you to come back and grope. I mean, get me. Come back and get me.
Okay, I left Nora's room, and now I'm outside Ruth's room.
What is this, a fun house?
Why, having fun? Yeah, time to investigate this hidden hallway I didn't know about.
Why is he groping the wall?
Poor guy, he misses Nora.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll help! Later at a public restroom.
It's been a whole 5 minutes since her last groping. She's going stir crazy.
Uh-oh. Rope delivery!
She's just gonna stand there and let it get her?
Oh, yeah, she's scared, so she stopped knowing how to run away. Annabelle's into bondage.
Her safe word is arsenic on the rocks. Why is she equally afraid of the rope untying her?
Sadly, Nora's not into it.
Oh well, they can always try blindfolding or roleplay.
Sadly, Nora's not into it.
They can try blindfolding or roleplay. Now you run away?
Now she runs away with her gun. Time for a killing spree. A little help!
Now we're in Scooby-Doo territory. Scooby-Doo. Does she think he's hiding in there?
Yeah, she just knows that all she has to do is call for him, and he's there for a quick grope. How much time do you need to look at a room? Come on!
Oh look, they're playing the cliche.
Will Nora find her lance? Will Mr. Lowen reveal his secret love affair with Pritchard?
Okay, you're not a music fan. Rude.
It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, a beautiful day for... Dr. Boring.
An admission of guilt, Doctor?
Certainly not.
Didn't you say only the guilty would be walking around outside of the rooms?
He's just enjoying a late night stroll with his gun. Nothing wrong with that.
Organ music?
That, and someone walking.
The sound of people walking is like thunder in this house.
Ready?
You look downstairs, and I'll look up here.
Why not together?
There may be only minutes, seconds left of someone's life. Why waste time?
Never split the party. Have they never played D&D?
I'm a 3rd level paladin. What the? How am I looking around the corner and across the hall to see Mr. Lorne going into the same corner I'm peering around from?
Where is he now?
He's in the room where they left Annabelle.
Looked like he went into Lance's room.
Yeah, well, space is warped and time is bendable.
It's almost over, darling. Every detail was perfect.
He bored her awake.
What's happening?
You tell us.
A perfect crime. Beautiful.
Has she killed him?
Not yet, but she will.
They're counting on Nora? I think they're betting on the wrong horse.
Get me out of this hanging harness.
And get me out of this guillotine girdle.
What's taking that girl so long? What time is it?
At first, I couldn't get Nora to want to protect herself with a gun. But after you appeared at the window, everything began to work just as we had planned. You were wonderful. Just the touch that finally drove her into complete hysteria.
It'll be worth all of our planning, darling. Where's Nora now? What's happening?
On her way to the cellar. So scared
No, she's not. She's just randomly running around with a gun.
And Frederick?
On his way to the cellar, too.
David, are you sure none of them will suspect us?
Of what? That you're cheating with this guy? I promise you, no one is suspecting you of that.
We planned it that way, that we drove her to it.
What about my suicide?
But just a ghost party gag. We'll claim it was a dummy since I'm the only one who touched you.
And the caretakers?
Well, they had no idea what they were really doing.
What about Nora? She's not stupid, you know.
Darling,
yes, she
believe
is.
me, everything we planned is working perfectly. Nora is sure Frederick murdered you. She thinks Frederick attacked her in the cellar, not me. And now Nora's almost out of her mind with fear. The heads, the music, you're hanging. I tell you, when Frederick walks in there, she'll shoot him.
It's taking too long. David, you ought to be there.
He's definitely not a doctor of chemistry.
It's like kissing a giant loaf of Wonder Bread.
When you hear the shot, come down to the cellar.
I'll just stand here, staring off into nothing.
Oh no, look at that slow, careful pace she's walking down those stairs. She's out of her mind with fear!
Yes, definitely hysterical.
Oh no, it's very slowly getting scarier in here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, come on. That's the scariest reveal you have for me? Wah!
No!
Why didn't he shoot her first?
Don't worry, they'll fix that in the special edition.
Oh no, I'm hysterical.
Surprise! I'm here because I know secret passages or something.
I'll just take the gun, cover it in my own fingerprints. Brilliant! shove something down his throat before he killed him?
Death by implication.
Could that 90 be any shorter? That's kind of risque.
I'll say, you could see her ankles and everything.
Ugh, really?
David?
I think I'm coming down with a little hysteria. I need you to do something about that.
Inappropriate.
How many times are you going to shut the door?
It's not how many times the door closes, it's how slow it closes. Yes, yes. Pan slowly across the room. Slower! Slower, I say!
Oh, I'm getting hysterical.
Yep, this looks safe. Hello! I'm Lindsay Lohan!
Help! Before it rises out of the acid slowly some more.
Just a minute, be right there. I had strings, but now I'm free.
At last you've got it all. Everything I have. Even my life. But you're not going to live to enjoy it. Come with me, murderess. Come with me.
It's lightly touching me, help!
Oh! I almost fell in! Where should I run to? Or I'll just stand here and scream some more. That's fine.
Yeah.
Of course, all of this could have been avoided if she had just run away.
Yeah, she could have, but she's too scared, so she forgot how to.
Ah, that's true. For a second, I thought that music was Nora screaming.
Yes, the perfect music to accompany more slow panning.
Whoa, whoa. Wait, I thought Nora shot him.
He's Vincent Price, baby. No one can stop him from playing with his skeleton marionettes. Oh yeah, I make this look good, baby. Stop touching me! I kill you!
Good night, Doctor. Good night, Annabelle.
Grrr.
The crime you two planned was indeed perfect. Only the victim is alive and the murderers are not.
Which makes it decidedly less
Pity
perfect.
You didn't know when you started your game of murder that I was playing too.
So, boss, who we gonna scare now? Maybe that Ruth lady? Hey! Jerk!
Wait a minute, they didn't know he was playing too? What was that arsenic on the rocks thing then? Oh, I never thought you'd croak me again!
He's down in the wine cellar.
Alive?
I don't think so.
Let's just stand here for a second, and there we go.
It's him. He's alive.
Bitch, I'm Vincent Price. You can't kill me.
You didn't shoot anyone, my dear. I loaded your gun with blanks.
This looks genuinely hurt, like she really wanted to kill someone.
Trent and my wife were planning to kill me. They failed. Trent tried to throw me in the vat. My wife stumbled and fell.
The skeleton shot himself.
I'm ready for justice to decide if I'm innocent or guilty.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some bribes to prepare.
Well, I hope there's some more dead rats in there.
No, Pritchard, that's not the toilet.
Now there are 9. There'll be more, many more. They're coming for me now. And then they'll come for you.
Well, seeing as how nothing has happened to convince us whether or not this house is actually haunted, I'm pretty sure they're not coming for me. But they may come for you, Raven.
Oh no, it's making me hysterical!
Just have an arsenic on the rocks, you'll be fine.
Thank you all for joining us for this first episode of Riffuary. Don't forget to answer the question of the riff, and we will see you next time.
And as always, be good to your skeleton marionettes. They've been good to you.